actually managed to be... Why is it that delayed? Hello? That's better. Actually managed to be later than the day that I turned on the funny I'm gonna be late button, Lamau. I had to make coffee, had to run off and grab some stuff. Someone out here fucking... Oh, really? Interesting. Hang on. Why aren't you working? Someone was asking how to get Grand Company seals, and I was like, oh yeah, you can do turn-ins for your old dungeon gear. It's actually like really good way to get rid of that shit. I had not realized you had to get a certain rank for that. That is so far removed from where I am presently in my playtime and duration. Anyway, I am back again. I have just over 3 hours to get the rest of Bard done. I think I have a pretty good chance. Especially being as the Heavensward ones only ran for around about, what was that, an hour and 50 odd minute? And the Shadowbringers ones usually aren't longer than an hour. And I don't remember the Storm's Blood Bard quests being that long, so I have a solid shot. But yeah, I don't really have anything to ramble about. And I don't think that's going to be followed by a long tangent on something or the other, unlike the past several streams. So, yeah, I think I'm just going to get right into it. Ah, my dear Arentel, how good of you to pay me a visit, and a timely one at that. Our friend Sanson, with whom you journeyed, I met with him but recently, and it pleases me to say his labors have finally borne fruit. His proposal for a unit incorporating bards has received formal approval. Even as we speak, he is rounding up members for the unit's inaugural mission. Now, during our conversation, Sanson mentioned that he had a favor to ask of you. In case you haven't yet heard from him, mayhap you could seek him out first. You are like to find him at the Quiver's Hole. Around about 8, I'm gonna have to do my mid-stream break to go and set up my food. So, yeah. I wasn't otherwise engaged, so I thought I would come along, go on and see what it is Sanson requires of you. Arndell, it's so good to see you. Our hard work has paid off, my friend. I've received permission to establish my Bard unit. Moreover, we've already been assigned our first mission. I couldn't be more pleased, save for one practical concern. Our new recruits yet lack the experience to embark on an honest-to-God's mission. In seeking to fill our ranks, I immediately thought of you, Arndell. You are an exemplary among bards, and I should be greatly heartened for your participation in our maiden outing. I've also taken the liberty of requesting Guy's transfer to the unit. With your combined experience and skill, we are bound to leave a splendid first impression. Now then, I'll go to receive my orders from Commander Halu. May I assume that you will join me? May I say that I too have a vested interest in young Sanson's success. I should be personally grateful for you to lend him your aid, Arndell. Let us see what manner of mission the commander has in store. With you on board, our success is all but assured. finally had a fucking piece of armor I put up for sale like 3+ months ago sell. I just pop open my fucking retainers and my primary one, Zeramus, is at fucking 41 mil, and I'm like, wait a minute. That's more than she was before. It was a high Allagan chest piece of maiming, I believe. Maybe aiming, actually. If it isn't our intel, by all accounts, you were instrumental in the success of Captain Smith's previous expedition. We are glad for your cooperation. Now then, allow me to brief you on this mission. Our order has received an anonymous letter, one that makes certain claims. We would have your unit verify the truth of it. There is a tome that holds a damning secret pertaining to the Autumn War. Should you desire it, send your most capable to Nine Eyes. I will be waiting. The war between Gridania and Alamigo, but that ended 100 years ago. I leave it to imagine what secret could exist that should be so damning even now. Might this not be an ill-conceived prank, Commander? Our leadership believes it likely, to be sure, but it is not a risk they are willing to take, nay, not with the winds of public sentiment blowing as they are. You all know that our order is involved in the Alliance's relief efforts for the recently liberated Alamigo. Well, there are those among the citizenry that disapprove, a small but determined faction that refuses to forget the wrongs of a century past. They still view Alamigo as the enemy and ardently oppose our reaching out a hand of succor. Not potentially incendiary can be allowed to stoke the people's discontent, and we must move quickly. Your mission is to make contact with the letter's sender and ascertain the nature of the secret. You call that a mission? A bloody errand, more like. Couldn't be ours to handle it yourselves, so you forfeit it to the eager new unit. I don't know, man. It seems like a pretty reasonable first outing sort of deal. Untested, unproven. And if the secret proves inconvenient for Gridania, what then? Will you sweep it under the rug along with all our hard work? Guy, you might mind your tongue. You are addressing a superior officer. Ah, so you are the famous Guy. Worry not, my friend. Whatever the secret turns out to be, I give you my personal assurance that you and yours will receive due credit for its discovery. That's good enough for me. It's been forever since me and Arantel last performed together, and I just want to enjoy the moment. No complicating factors, you know. The Autumn War is an emotional subject for Gridanians, the older generation especially, and for us bards it is also notable for the involvement of singing archers. In the course of your mission, I dare say there will be much to reflect upon, and many opportunities to grow. I wish the three of you the best of luck. So, you're telling me... Well, no, he called them singing archers, not bards. I was about to say, like, in less than 100 years, the entire bardic art died, and we're out here acting like it is a completely dead art. No one's really doing it the real way. In less than 100 years. Okay. Without further ado, let us make haste to Nine Eyes before Guy can excise any more indiscretion. I mean, like, no, because like it's not that it's like diminished dramatically. It's that like they're acting as like Janathal is the last true bard before you come along and take up the mantle. You know, there are plenty of like things that have vanished in the last 100 years that like may still have a reasonable role today. See glass spring makers. Unless I'm mistaken, this is our mysterious sender. This is our man, you reckon? And also, don't, like, at least some of the races of this setting, like, live to be, like, comfortably in their 150s, 160s? Not even mentioning the Padrils, which, like, canonically can live for, like, up to, like, 500 plus years. Isn't, like, Isumiyan, like, 800 years old or some shit? How old is Isumiyan? Hey, I got his name right. I'm impressed. Okay, so he's only like over 230. fair enough, I guess. Unless I'm mistaken, this is our mysterious sender. This is our man, you reckon? Another interesting question. Nope, that's not it. Nope, that's not it. There it is. How long do Loporrits live for? You see, this is only a question because whenever they would, so like, when they were on the moon before the end of days, they would, like, go into hibernation, right? So, like, how long do Loporrits live for now that they aren't doing that? Or are the Loporrits just, like, at some point gonna go, it's been great, guys. You seem to have everything well in hand. We're gonna go take a nap for a few thousand years. See you guys later. Like, you know, like, I don't really think the Loporrits are gonna do that, especially now that, like, you know, the final days is averted. You know, the whole Allied Society arc about them finding a new purpose in life now that, like, their main one is, like, irrelevant. Also, is their main one irrelevant with, like, the solstice? Like, I feel like that's, like, a major, like, I feel like a major thing is going to get brought up in the MSQ. Possibly in, like, 0.55, and I think it was touched on at least a little bit during 0.5, is, yeah, we have, like, a life raft. The moon. Where's the moon? The moon. Like, it's not ideal, but, like, you know, we could just, like, Final Days 2 Electric Boogaloo. Now we have way more time to fucking prepare. You know, it's way less fucking imminent. We can just round up a bunch of, like, as many people as possible, get them all up on the fucking moon, wait for the solstice to happen, like, chill out on the moon for, like, 100 years, or however long it takes for, like, the star to, like, fix itself, and boom, fully rejoined star. Although the moon is also sundered, so the moon may also, that's a decent point. I mean, surely if they, like, move the moon, it'll, like, bring it out of phase with the other reflections. It won't get snatched and, you know, surely, right? Anyway, I'm satisfied. Oh, look, an archer. Unless I'm mistaken, this is our mysterious sender. This is our man, you reckon? I think I already read that, Lamau. Well met, friends. I am Norval, a humble citizen of Gridania, and I see you received my letter. We've come as you bid, the tome, if you would be so kind. Ah, but I never said that I had it, and to be clear, I do not. What? Then why did you summon us here? Patience, my friends, I will explain. You see, like many Gridanians, I have an ancestor who fought in the Autumn War. 'Twas he who first learned of the tome in question, and after the fighting had ended. In turn, I learned of it from my parents, and since then I have dreamed of poring over its pages. Alas, as it lies deep within Elamigan territory, I was resigned to never have the chance. But then the brave soldiers of the Alliance took Belsar's wall, and the way was made clear. When I heard the tidings, the flames of my boyhood passion were rekindled. Finally, I can fulfill my dream. So I told myself before I thought better of it. I'm no soldier, you see, and the prospect of wandering into a war-ravaged land in search of a tome is frankly unrealistic. That's why I decided to reach out to your order for cooperation. Based on my parents' account, I'm confident that I can track down the tome, and I will help you to find it. I ask only that you take me with you. So, what say you? I am but a commoner, and know little of the ways of nations, but it seems to me that such secrets as the tome conceals could be harmful to diplomatic relations. Is this not so? So if we wish to find the tome, we must agree to your company, quite a demand to make of your nation. You've got stones, that's for sure. I like it. Be serious. A civilian is essentially holding us to ransom, and you praise him for his stones. Look at it this way: we didn't know the tome existed, nor have we the faintest where to look for it. Better to have him help than to fumble about blind, I reckon. Come on, Arentel. Back me up here. I don't know. He's got a point. He sure has stones. You too. You too, Arentel. Our appearance is truly that important to a bard. Setting aside talk of stones for a moment, I'll not deny that we would struggle without Norval's knowledge. Very well, we agree to your terms, and here is ours. You must obey our orders at all times. To the letter, sir. You shan't regret bringing me on. First, we will make for Castrum Orens, presently held by the Order of the Twin Adder. Thence we shall make our way into the unknown. Oh, there it is. Yep. No, I did not ask you to. Nope. I just wanted to check the time. The time I can check up here. God damn it. Soldiers from all nations, all in one place, a veritable gold mine of songs and stories if I've ever seen one. And here we are, at the easternmost reaches of the Twelveswood. The journey has scarcely begun, but already I am keenly grateful for your company, Arentel. The armies of the four nations, united under one banner and one purpose. I thought a sight to stir the spirit. Well, where are we now? Where are you now? Pray do not be hasty, Master Sanson. Before we venture into the wilds of Gurabania, we would do well to acquaint ourselves with the lay of the land. As a serpent captain, it should be a simple matter for you to secure permission for us to remain here, just long enough to get our bearings. I suppose it would only be prudent. Very well, I will request permission of command. And I'll get a right to bonding with the locals. Always wanted to compare songs from the four nations, and the liquor besides. Master Guy is quite a character, isn't he? Aye, that he is. Pay him no mind. Now then, I will make my own inquiries. In the meantime, you are to lay low and refrain from bothering the garrison. Understood? Arentel, Guy and I shall tend to business here. Pray take your ease until we are ready to depart. Man, the one chance where I would otherwise get to go, Lamau, we are the same rank. And he doesn't say anything rude. Though I am but a humble civilian, I shall endeavor to make myself useful. Alright, can I find Guy? Is Guy around here? No. What a shame. Oh well. Maybe outside the gates? Like just? Oh. Yeah, I think Castrum Orens may actually be like the best striking dummy to like Aetheryte range. Yoganad is also very good, but like it is like right there. Anyway. Moving swiftly on. God, I can't believe I'm saying this, but Norval might be an even bigger pain than Guy. Despite my express instructions to keep out of the garrison's way, what does he do but go and bother every single soldier about? And now everyone here looks at us askance. I brought a tome to record mission details, but instead I'm filling it with the names of those to whom I must apologize. Sorry if I've caused trouble, but it's simply more efficient than I make the inquiries myself. What a man says amounts to only half the story. What he says, how he says it, gives you the rest. Besides, I felt compelled to make up for Master Guy. All he seemed to be doing was drinking and singing. While appearances can be deceiving with him, he has his own way of acquiring information. Speaking of which, I'm curious as to what he has learned. Alright, I'm going to ask you to look around the castrum for him. I'll keep a close eye on Norval in the meantime. Guy will be somewhere in the castrum, making his inquiries with a lyre in one hand and a cup in the other. Please find him and ask him what he has managed to learn. What a character indeed. No. How the fuck did I miss him? Santa wants to know what I know, does he? Well, it might be as I've learned a thing or two, but I ain't ready to share them yet. Still need to clear up some details, see, and I'm not one for unfinished tales. It ain't? Hardly, and I'm sure you can appreciate it. Seeing as you're here, though, there is something I could use a hand with. Of late, masked bandits have been terrorizing the area. Not even the lion soldiers are safe, it seems. The brazen bastards set on a patrol just the other day, and now a Twin Adder scout's late to return, and chances are the bandits are at it again. I want you to go and check things out. I had to go myself, but I need to keep an eye on our friend Norval. He's been acting queer since we got here. There'll be more to tell later, but for now, you'd best be on your way. The soldier was bound for Schism through the ruins to the northeast of here. Remember, the Twin Adder scout was bound for Schism, the ruins to the northeast of here. I'll keep an eye on Norval in the meantime. I actually completely forgot about Norval, but like, you know? I was sparing some thought the other day for how I want to handle new jobs. Because like, come Evercold, I should hypothetically be completely caught up with content. They're damn fucking near. Like the only thing left in terms of like content to be cleared pre-existing that I have any intention of ever doing is going to be like the Grand Endeavor. I can see a world where ARR isn't done. Like, God, I really hope not. If I start ARR, I'm finishing ARR before Evercold. Oh, that would fucking suck. Anyway, we're not gonna dwell on that. But point being, like, so how would I want to handle that? And what I kind of came down to is what I'm probably gonna end up doing is just beelining leveling those as like the first jobs I level like off stream during my like leveling bullshit, and then I burn through their job quests as soon as possible, and then I don't know, man, after that, because like on one hand, like how I've done it with Pictomancer and Viper, a slight tweak on that would probably work best, where like in the first couple weeks I unlock them, I make them my first priority to level, and then I just forget about them for like the entire expansion cycle, and then right towards the end I do them, or like a year later or something, so like I'm as removed from when I like blitzed through them as possible. Because like I did the unlockathon like what, 5 months ago, give or take, something like that. I could check, but I don't feel like it. And I don't remember almost anything of the Viper quest. I think I vaguely recall the one Dral we fought in that one arena that was in Thanalan. And I remember actually nothing about Pictomancer. I'm thinking about Pictomancer, and I'm just getting the image I have for my thumbnail put aside, and lamenting I'm only going to be using that thumbnail once ever. Alas. So, yeah, that might be the play. I like, honestly, given this, I could probably just like wait until after like the first raid wing comes out or some shit. You know, like a good patch cycle goes by. I go, okay, It's been long enough. I can go back and do that. But I don't know. Anyway, lots of diversion. I think it's a pretty standard thing for Thursdays that I have lots of these little side diversions. Waste a fuck ton of time I shouldn't be wasting. Thank you, they fell upon me with nary a warning. They knew I was coming. We all threw our patrol routes on a regular basis, but they knew. What's more, it was as though they were barring my way. But now is not the time for speculation. I must take word of this back to my superiors. My thanks again, friend. I ask you, how is a man supposed to go about his business when he is constantly watched? And I merely wish to be helpful. Guy refuses to say a word until you return. I tell myself he has his reasons, but gods, it's irritating. There you are, Intel. So, what happened? Was it bandits after all? Masked bandits in the area, and you had an encounter with them. Thank the matron, you did not come to harm. Guy, why did you not see fit to share this with us? Well, if I knew it was nothing Arental couldn't handle alone. Or I knew it was not. Besides, I had some business of my own, someone to keep an eye on. I cannot imagine who that might be, Master Guy. I owe you an apology. I had assumed in air that you were not doing your work. Unorthodox though your methods may be, there is no doubting their efficacy. Ain't no trick to what I do. Everyone's got a song what's close to their hearts. And with a bit of camaraderie in the cups, they'll tell you what it is. Then I strum them their song over a heart-to-heart is all. Thanks to Guy, we were able to learn of the recent incidents, so I ask you, will you not have a little faith in us? I'm not certain I understand. Look, Norval, we've made a stop here at your request, that we might gather information for our search. But not once did you tell us what it is we should look for. What? And now we have more than a solid grasp on the region beyond. What should we do next? Oh my, did I neglect to tell you? My profoundest apologies. The tome we seek, it's said to rest in a place connected to Gilbard, the general who led the Alamegan forces during the Autumn War. Now that you mention it, the masked bandits appeared on the way to Schism, and Gilbard was a known devotee of the Fist of Raga. Just taking a wild stab here, but what might be, as they're also after the tome. An unsettling notion. Should that be the case, we haven't any time to waste. I will go and make some inquiries immediately. Wait, I didn't give you... Leave him. There's something you need to know. I got this from a soldier, but Norval's been sneaking outside the castrum while our backs were turned. Bastard's been acting right fishy since we got here. He tensed up good when the subject of the masked bandits came up. Whatever his true motives may be, we must bring them to light. Rather than reel him in, let us give him some line to act. There's no telling what Norval will do next. While we keep watch, please see that you are ready to deal with anything. Whatever shenanigans Norval is up to, we're gonna find out. We've continued our surveillance of Norval's activities. It's beyond a shadow of a doubt that he has an ulterior motive. In order to find the tome, it's past time we took our search to the field, but always he finds an excuse to stall. Whenever I suggest investigating this rumor or that, he will inevitably claim we haven't enough information. It is plain he doesn't want us out there. Nay, Bastard wants all that outside goodness for himself, but try as we might, we haven't been able to find out where he sneaks off to. Where you're the bird, that one. Meanwhile, the masked bandits continue ambushing Alliance patrols, and they always know exactly where and when to strike. It's as though they have insider knowledge of patrol routes. The only explanation being there's a mole in the garrison leaking them intelligence. And who could that mole be save for Norval? Every move of his marks him as a prime suspect. We know little unless of Norval's plot, but it can only lead to ill. We must needs bring it to light, and swiftly, before he can do any more harm. To that end, Guy and I have been keeping Norval close, allowing him no chance to act. By now, he will be positively itching to rendezvous with his accomplices. And this is where you come in, Arndel. We need you to feed Norval some false information. That I am in an Alliance meeting and Guy in a drunken stupor. Our man will not pass up a chance to sneak out, and he is like to do so with greater haste than usual. This will afford us an opportunity to shadow him to his destination. Drunken stupor, really? Not so flattering, I know, but you cannot deny that it's believable. Now then, Arndel, pray go to Norval and plant our misinformation. Once you have done so, come and meet us outside the castrum. Both of them unavailable, and there I was, ready to strike out on the trail of a promising lead. Well, disappointing though it is, the search will have to wait. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some business to attend to. It worked, my friend. Norval rushed out of the castrum not a moment ago. He was headed east towards a ruin called Girkeem. Guy trails him even as we speak. Come, let us join the chase. Oh, whoa. Man, I made my coffee very fucking strong this morning. Holy shit. Good lord. Punching like a fucking steam hammer now. Oh look! It's the funny bug! How quickly can I kill the funny bug? Oh, not that quickly! I've made a mistake. Wow, the rare, correct use of Wanderer's Penis. I'm impressed with myself. Stun me into a fucking poison field? What's that gonna do? Fair enough. Gunbreaker. In an unending fucking stalemate with this son of a bitch. Because, like, I just was not doing enough damage to fucking meaningfully hurt him. But, like, he was not getting anywhere near to killing me. So it's constantly I genuinely do not remember until I just said fuck it after like 30 minutes. Anyway. I got my shields. I'm gonna use those for I really should just like get Sneeze the right tickets. Set the threshold to like 2,000 gil or something. Like 1,500. What is he up to? Can we see him? No. Wait, no. It's a good old-fashioned tryst. Let's have us a peek, shall we? You have it, my lord. We have it, my lord. Turn it up among his retainers' possessions. At long last, Galbard's journal. Another moment too soon. I just about outstayed my welcome at the garrison. When that adventurer caught us falling upon the patrol, I'd feared that the game was up. But thankfully, the other two were blind fools, all this time watching me, but they didn't see a thing. We only skimmed at home, but it seems you were right about what happened to Lord Vainjalon. Was there ever any doubt? Once we return to Gridania and make this knowledge public, none shall harbor so much as a shred of empathy for Ala Mhigo. They shall pave the way for us to propagate Lord Vainjalon's will and advance our agenda. At last, we've uncovered Norval's purpose, and the tome is right before our eyes, no less. Commander Helu spoke of a faction that vehemently opposes our aiding Ala Mhigo. I dare say we have found them. But how did Norval come to lead such a crew, and what is this talk of Vainjalon? What the Gridanian generals sung about in nigh 100 songs, who led our forces against Galbard in the Autumn War. Only to die of an illness before the fighting was over, I, the very same, having lost his leadership, we would have lost the war entirely had the other nations not come to our aid. We don't know about the rest of you, but it seems to me our damning little secret pertains to Vainjalon. And Norval seeks to use it to stoke the fires of anti-Ala Mhigan sentiment to some sinister end. This cannot be borne. We cannot let them have the journal. Are you with me? I want to begin. Norval, we cannot allow you to have the tome. Let's take care of the ads first.
What do you mean no line of sight? He's got line of sight of you, but I ain't got line of sight of him. What the heck is this?
Perhaps you are not such blind fools after all. Very well, take your journal. I take it, read it, know the vile crime that the Almegans committed against Lord Vainchalon, against my own blood, and see the folly of aiding such honorless people. What do you mean, your own blood? Did I mishear? Did he just say that Vainchalon was his ancestor? Aye, that's what it sounded like. Vainchalon, the folk hero loved by all, celebrated in countless songs, and that pain in the rear is his descendant. Never would have guessed. Any road. We've got bigger concerns. Let's see what that musty old tome's hiding. To Vainchalon, I extended an invitation to negotiate peace. The meeting must be in secret, I explained, for not all of my officers share my view. My opponent accepted and arrived at the appointed hour. Peace. Everybody knows there weren't no peace on offer. The hell's this about? Wait, it continues. Without suspicion, he took a seat, and without suspicion, he drank the poisoned wine. The effect was swift and sure, and within moments, the man lay dead at my feet. Wait, Vainchalon was murdered by poison. To this day, Lord Vainchalon remains an object of worship among many Gridanians. Were they to learn of this, it would pose a serious and ongoing impediment to diplomatic relations. There's no denying that some Alamegans did some terrible things in the past, but what Norval's trying to do ain't no better. Might be as he's after the truth, but nothing good will come of this. He's certainly not any decent songs. Truth, tell me, Guy, when we surrendered this journal to our superiors, what do you think they would do with the knowledge? The seed seers aside, I reckon the brass hats of the Adder's Nest would want to cover it up, bury it nice and deep, and pretend it never existed. Aye, nor would I put it past them to exploit the knowledge to gain leverage in dealings with Alamigo. But whatever they may do is none of our concern, is it? Duty compels us to hand the journal over to headquarters. You're the leader of our merry band, Sanson, and duty compels me to obey your orders, shite though they often are. You decide whether we hand over the journal or not. Guy wouldn't trust this decision to me, but what of you, Arentel? I'm throwing him under the bus. It was just orders, right? You decide. Yes, that would only be proper. As the leader, mine is the burden of decision. At any rate, this isn't the place for moral dilemmas. Let us get ourselves back to the castrum before Norval and his mates decide they want to have another go. Guy has disappeared somewhere in the castrum, giving me room to ponder matters. I shouldn't doubt. I've since read through Galbard's journal, and I'm afraid there is no two ways about it. He summoned Vanchelon under the pretense of peace, and then slew him with poison. However, one mystery remains. It appears one of Vanchelon's sons was present at the fateful meeting. Landiranel was his name, and he narrowly escaped with his life, but instead of crying bloody murder, he announced that his sire had died of illness. Here is a man who witnessed his own flesh and blood slain, and in the most underhanded manner, yet he concealed the truth. Why did he do this? I do not understand. But it avails us not to agonize over the motives of those who lived in the past. Nay, our quandary concerns the future. For the future of both nations, the truth is best kept buried. No good can come of digging it up. 'Tis crystal clear what must be done. And yet, though my mind sees the logic, my heart rebels against the idea. Forgive me, Arentel, it seems I require more time to think on it. The instant we hand Galbard's journal to headquarters, the truth of Vanchelon's death is all but guaranteed to be struck from history. I've thought long and hard on a course of action, what we should do with the tome, and I believe I'm drawing closer to the answer. Before I make my decision, however, I would ask your honest opinion. Do you think the sordid truth of the Autumn War should be made public? Knowledge, even should it jeopardize our relations with Alamigo? I think everyone should know. But with the asterisk we come to later. An upright choice from an upright man. Though Norval's motives and methods are unconscionable, one cannot deny that there is justice in pursuing them. Thank you, Arentel. As the leader of your unit, I am now ready to make my decision. Let us find Guy. He will wish to hear it too. When the both of you are ready, I will announce my decision. So, you've made up your mind then, about what to do with the truth. I have. I shall go to the Adder's Nest and entrust the journal to our superior's care. Above all, we cannot allow it to be used as an instrument of hatred. Having said that, neither will I stand for the truth to be erased. I will oppose any attempt to do so with all my being. I'm not sure I understand. What do you want to do exactly? I will hand over the journal on the condition that the truth be revealed one day, when the people are ready to accept it. Call me indecisive, but I cannot bear to see the tome misused, nor the truth willfully buried. Well, look at you, Sanson the Stiff, standing his ground. Goes without saying, but I'm with you, Chief. Ain't no one going to exploit or erase history on my watch. Thank you, my friends, for trusting in me. Don't let it get to your head, eh? Had your decision not been to my liking, I would have knocked you flat in your arse and resigned from your swerving unit. So much for you decide. Never change, guy. Captain Sanson, right? Some fellow asked me to pass this letter to you. This is from Norval. The journal is yours to do with as you wish, but ere you take it away, I would speak with Arentel and Arentel alone, one last time. I await you in Dimwood by the Percipient One. Oh, this reeks. Tell me it don't. But if this is a trap, why would Norval ask for the strongest of us all? He may truly have something important to say. Conversely, it could also offer us a chance to convey our intent. I am loath to expose you to danger, my friend, but will you go to this meeting? I don't like the idea of you going alone, but that'd defeat the purpose of the meeting. At the first sign of danger, though, get out of there fast, right? First sign of trouble, you beat a retreat. Well, this may be our last chance to speak with Norval. Please go to Dimwood and see what he has to say. Nope. Hang on. Even the Mew missive tilts. That's an interesting decision. I guess it makes sense. I still wish that the mount tilt had been given as like a slider option, or even like a Can I find it quickly? No, it's K. There it is. What is it under? I think it's under accessibility. Nope. Other. It's normal K. UI? Like ability strength settings, right? You know, we have like 4 options. I think that would have been better. Because I actually liked the more intense tilt that was a thing. I thought it was too cool. Oh shit, they're weak as fuck. I commend the attempt, truly. But I think we can all agree that was a poor showing. On one hand, privacy concerns. On the other hand, man, I wish you could fucking see Novice Network right now. How could have I ever left this behind? Ah, you're back, but where's Sanson? Another letter arrived right after you left. Asked for him to come as well. You're really alone then. Swerve me. You were just the diversion. Sanson was the real target. I thought it'd be all right, seeing as you'd be there, but I should have gone as well. God struck me down for a fool. You didn't see Sanson. If you didn't see Sanson, they must have nabbed him on the way to Dimwool. Come on, we have to find him. Sanson's book was laying here. They left a message in blood, the gods damn mummers. We have your friend. We will send our price to the Adder's Nest. That whoreson can take his ransom and shove it up his arse. We're gonna storm their hideout, tear them all new ones, and free Sanson. We don't know where they are. Damn it, Arentel. How can you always be so calm? It's downright contagious. And you're right, of course. We don't even know where the bastards have taken Sanson. We need help if we're going to save him. Come on, let's hurry back to Gridania to the Adder's Nest. I've just reported the situation. We're going to call a meeting to talk strategy. As for Galbard's journal, I'm still holding on to it. Told them it's for the chief to hand over. They were none too pleased, fancy that. You see, unlike our friend Sanson, I don't have much faith in the Order. Don't trust him to act in our best interests. The journals are bargaining chip, not only with them, but Norval besides. Would be good to bring old Janethel into it as well. He'd want to know and might even have some sage advice to share. But for now, we sit tight, wait and see what the Order and Norval will do, and then we plan some doings of our own. Till then, rest up and save your strength, Arentel. We're gonna need it. Good time in Arentel. Norval's demands have just arrived at the Adder's Nest. In exchange for Sanson's freedom, we're to release the contents of Galbard's journal to the public. Bastard will be satisfied until all Gridanians hate all our meeting's guts. The brass hats are deliberating a course of action as we speak. Not much we can do now, but wait. Command has made its decision. You will not wish to hear this, but the order rejects Norval's demands. He and his band are to be summarily eliminated. What? Hold on just a second. You won't even try to negotiate Sanson's release? As a nation, we cannot bow to acts of intimidation. I'm afraid negotiation was never an option. And here, I must repeat the order for you to relinquish the journal at once. What you're saying is, you're abandoning Sanson. You're gonna let him die. Here's the great Vainchalon, hero to all Gridanians, but you won't even lend an ear to his descendant. Oh no, instead you choose the easy way out. Just kill everyone, even your own man. Wash away the bloody past with more blood. Just to be clear, I ain't siding with Norval. There's no excusing his method, but there's no excusing yours either. It's bullshit. That's what it is. I've lost faith in the Order. He says, as a captain in the Order, technically speaking, when he wishes, you know. Now, pray you do not be so quick to despair, for I was simply relaying the outcome of Command's deliberation in which the Elder Seedseer had no part. As you say, Guy, the orders are bullshit. Not the words I would have chosen, but you speak the truth nonetheless, and I, for one, have no intention of abiding by them. Based. The decision was largely influenced by a small handful of our leadership, and not the boldest handful, if I may add. It's plain from the fact that they did not think to bring the matter before the Elder Seedseer. Captain Smith is a dear comrade. Like you, I would spare no aid in any effort to rescue him. I'm pleased to say that we are not alone in this sentiment. As a matter of fact, I've already reached out to my Lancer and Archer acquaintances. They stand ready to aid our cause. Oh, now you're talking. There's still hope for the Order if it has good blokes like you, Morse. I would thank you not to call me that. Now, the Order will move as soon as they ascertain the enemy's location, so time is of the essence. Guy, pray... Sorry, I just noticed a motif. Guy, pray take word of these developments to Genethal. I wonder what the connection is there. There's a similar motif in this song to the one that's used at the start of the first Myths of the Realm raid. Meanwhile, Arentel, I need you to bear word to the two guildmasters, Lusain and Yowain. Tell them the time is nigh, and pray return here swiftly. Let's fucking go. I don't think the Leatherworkers Guild is going to be terribly useful in this encounter. We're going to be so fucking real with that. So fucking honest. I do like how Peloton is very close to redundant now. There is next to no reason for it to exist, because Jog is just better. The only thing Peloton has over Jog is that Peloton doesn't have a cooldown. Vorsel has briefed me on the situation. Sanson once trained in these very halls, and I should like to hear his excuse for being captured so easily. At any rate, we may count on our lances. That Sanson was one of our own is reason enough. This request comes from both you and my longtime friend, Vorsel himself. We will get to you eventually, friend. But Lancer is for last. I end where I began. No, it'd be so cool if I could, like, make that an event thing. Like, I have it all planned out. I do it on, like, a day I have off. Actually, hang on. Give me a minute. That's a long fucking way away. I was gonna say, I could totally schedule it for, like, Friday the 5th of next month. And I just do all of Lancer through Dragoo in one stream. I end where I began again. That's like, there's no chance in hell that I haven't burned. It's unlikely. Because, like, Astra's gonna be about 3 streams. So let's see. We're gonna assume I finish Bard today. I have a pretty good shot given where I am right now, even with all my fucking stalling. Lol. Like, Bard is done today. We're gonna say. Then Friday, we're gonna assume I stream every day, which not likely, but hey. Friday, Saturday, I'm done with Vana'diel. Then Astro is another 3 days. It gets us next Tuesday. Samurai is probably gonna be roughly 2 streams. Machinist is gonna be roughly 3 streams. Dancer is gonna be a stream. Viper and Pictomancer, I'm going to assume, are each gonna be their own streams. Yeah, nah, it doesn't line up. And then I could do the Endwalker role quests. Yeah, no, it doesn't bear out. It was an idea. It was an idea. Anyway. The time, well, that is also assuming I stream literally every day, so I don't know, we'll see. If it lines up for it, it'd be nice. I could just do it on a day off also, like I start early in the day, you know. The time is nigh then. Very well, we shall make ready to depart at once. When the call came, full many here offered their bows. There's not a soul here who knows not of you and Genethel and Guy. Together let us rescue Sanson. Got anything you want to add? Nope. What the? Oh. Fun things happening in Novice Network. Yo. I think I will. I'll do at least one stream fucking around with Beastmaster. At least one. I have no intention at all of, like, dedicating any substantial stream time to Beastmaster. But, like, I'm definitely gonna fuck around with it in my downtime. Maybe if the roguelite mode is fun enough, you know? I doubt it. But, eh. There you are, and not a moment too soon. Things have begun to move. Our scouts report that Norval and his band have since returned to the Twelveswood. They have made their lair in the North Shroud, near the shards of Delamud. Even as we speak, the Order mobilizes a unit for an assault. We must be there ahead of them. Set out at once, and make first for Alder Springs. I shall instruct the others to join you there. I will remain here to stall our forces as long as I can. Godspeed. One day I will beat Goldio. I got really close in my best attempt. Like, I knew. It's been like 2 years. I knew how to beat Goldio. I understood all the mechanics. It was just a matter of, like, getting that perfect execution. Because, like, the tolerance there is so fucking thin. Ugh, we're ahead of the Twin Adder crew. Let's keep it that way and get right to work. Our guild friends will take down the sentries and secure the area. We're free to get close to Norval and give him the thrashing he deserves. Well, well, I was not expecting you two. Here to deliver the Gridanian's answer, are we? You wish you, Craven Whoreson. Whatever your demands are, it ain't got nothing to do with us. So, you are acting alone. I thought you had some wits. Or do you care that little for your friend? Kill Sanson before you get your answer, and all deals are off. Everything you've worked for up in smoke. Or do you care that little for your goal? Mayhap you have some wits after all, but clever though your ploy may be, have you the strength to back it up? Do you know who I am? Oh, don't you worry on that score. We're gonna knock you around so hard all the scales will fall from your eyes. And if that ain't enough to make you see clearly, I'll even slap in a song, something lively to wake you up from your misguided beliefs. finish him off with the funny radiant arrow, whatever it's called. Why do you not understand? Why do you not see the Alamekans for the filth they are? Let each spear be thrust for everlasting peace. Let each arrow be loosed through the forest and the trees. And the greatest... I thought I was reading that! That song. How do you know it? I learned it just recently with a sort of help from Genethil here. He showed me Vainchalon's grave, which I understood your family's been tending for generations. The song was engraved in the headstone. It's a fine piece, and it ain't hard to see why your ancestor loved it. Taking up arms that we might have peace, so the words go. Words that came from Vainchalon himself, as a matter of fact. The Autumn War gave birth to a good many anthems, and a good many of them borrowed his words. Take a look, and you'll notice a recurring theme: peace and harmony. How dare you preach to me of my ancestor? For generations, my family has sought justice for Lord Vainchalon. You couldn't possibly comprehend our pain. Not us, perhaps, but I dare say your great-grandsire, Lord Landinal, could comprehend it better than any man. He witnessed his own sire murdered before his eyes. He knew the painful truth, yet he chose to keep it a secret. Why was this, do you suppose? It was because he knew that, above all else, his sire desired peace. Had it been made known that their hero was struck down by treachery, ordinary Grenadians would not have been satisfied with protecting their homes. Nay, they would have demanded justice. They would have demanded blood. The war would have raged on, leaving yet more death and destruction in its wake, and the peace that Lord Vainchalon dreamed of would have gone up in smoke. Knowing this, Lord Landinal... Spare me your lies. Lord Vainchalon desired Alamigo's destruction. You cannot tell me otherwise. Tell me, young man, did it not strike you as odd that I knew of Lord Vainchalon's grave? That which your family has kept secret all these years. The explanation is simple. I have the honor of knowing Lord Landinal. I just noticed the R, no. Like you, he admired Lord Vainchalon and everything he stood for. And what he stood for, first of all, was peace and harmony. If you would honor both their memories, you would do well to honor these ideals. No, this cannot be. My ancestors despite Alamekans. Yes, they all did. If not, everything I've labored for, all the blood and tears, have been for naught. I ask not that you forgive, but know that neither will we forget. When the time is right, I will see to it that all know of Lord Vainchalon's great sacrifice. This I swear in Nafika's name. I ask only that you believe, as your ancestors fervently did, in a brighter future, one of our own shaping, undarkened by shadows of the past. I sent the others back. We can deal with the rest ourselves. Worry not, Arantel, I'm quite well, thanks to you and Guy. It ended with only a few cuts and bruises. But ere I may rest, I must see to one last task, making good on my promise to Norval. Come, let us return to the Adder's Nest. Listen. My apologies for keeping you waiting, Commander. I have Glybard's journal with me, and I will surrender it on one condition. Once the veracity of the tome's contents is ascertained, the Order must make the truth public knowledge when the time is right. On this we are of a mind, Captain Smith. Not only will I relay your terms to our leaders, I will speak strongly in favor of them. But know that mine is but one voice, and more shall be needed if we are to strengthen our cause. As such, you must rise through the ranks swiftly to stand with me. Stand with you? I fear it will take me a while to attain that honor. To be fooled and taken captive so easily, I am still green as summer grass. It is true that the success of this mission is owed much to Arentel, and you would do well to give him your profuse thanks. However, I suggest that you also give yourself more credit. You may have much to learn, but you will learn them in good time. This time, you were faced with numerous trials, yet did you not accomplish your mission in spite of them? Listen to Vorse. You came back with the tome. No one can say we didn't do our jobs. Look at you, a bit of praise, and you're a stunned marmot. That won't do at all. If you're going to shape the future of our nation, you're going to have to shape up. You're right, Guy. From leading our unit to fulfilling my promise to Norval, much rests on my shoulders. Come what may, I will ever stand tall and forge on. Arentel, I must needs go to file my report, but ere I leave, allow me to offer you my heartfelt thanks, not only for your invaluable aid, but for being an example to me. By following your lead, I shall strive to become the best leader I can be, and that my unit's song might one day serve to rouse all Gridania. And off he goes. Good that he's hale and hearty at any rate. I'll stickle Sanson for a while, make sure he don't tear or open any stitches. In the meantime, would you go and let Genethel know we are returned? I'll be along myself soon enough. But speaking of the old man, to think that he knew Vangelon's son, you don't get to that age and not rub shoulders with a legend or two, eh? My regards to Genethel, and I would thank you to not take up the habit of calling me Vorsi. There it is. Almost. Just I got it. There it is. Man, if only I could fucking rank up! Anyway. One day for sure, right? I can see it now. You're finally locked in. Like, once you pass this threshold, you're only that. I would hope that my prior unhinged rant was accurate, where like they also add like the Temple Knights and maybe a couple others. I would go for Temple Knights. I'm more of an Ishgard fan. I hate to say it. Like, I can't imagine them adding anything like that for Sharlayan. It wouldn't make sense. These are military orders. Let me rank up in the Studium, please. I see. My thanks for bearing word. Though Samson and Guy may not have endeared themselves to the Twin Adder leadership, they have found a stout ally in Commander Halou. I must say, he truly stirs the spirit to see the younger generation blaze a new path. And I pray that Norval too will find his own path to walk, one that is paved, not with hatred, but with hope. That leads to peace, both in the world and in his heart. 'Tis what his ancestors would have wished. In him I see them, and it calls to mind my days spent learning bow and song under his great-grandsire, a kindly old man who tirelessly tended his father's grave, never forgetting the ideals he stood for. Somewhere along Lord Vengelon's line, those ideals had faded away, but thanks to you and yours, they may yet be restored, and made bolder still by a true remembrance of the past, and the world shall be a better place for it. Is it, nope, not what I thought it was. I thought it would be the laser beam. Height. What time is it? 7:40? Yeah, I can push a little bit past 8. Or else I can just, stop at the end of a quest or some shit. It's not like I'm gonna be ending stream for it. Or maybe I will simply finish it in less than 20 minutes. Ah, young one, full glad am I to see you hale and whole. The rumors from the front lines have been quite worried. I would commemorate this happy reunion with a verse, but there is someone who was worried for you even more than I speak, of course, of your comrade Samson. It would do him well to see you again. If you can spare the time, perhaps you can pay him a visit in Gridania together. We can. Come on. It would do Samson well to see you again. If you can spare the time, let us pay him a visit in Gridania together. Lest you wonder, these men are Sanson's bards and my former pupils. There's Guy. Arntel, praise the matron you're safe. I've been beside myself with worry ever since I heard of your mysterious disappearance after Gimlet. We fought the Empire too, my unit and I. Never had I experienced such a bloody battle. You have done well to return to us, all of you. We owe our survival in no small part to Guy. His song spurred all whom it reached on the battlefield, turning the tide on countless occasions. For his valorous service, he was awarded a medal from the Alliance. Not that he was ever interested in such trinkets, of course. Lieutenant Guy was his inspiration to all of us. But us, we may as well not... But us, we may as well not have been present for all the good we did. May I introduce you to our recruits, Arntel. They are disappointed with their showing at Gimlet. To be sure, they did not shame themselves, far from it. The moments where we were hard-pressed, their songs faltered and lost power. I see. As you know, our songs are given power through our fervent desire to aid our comrades. I do not think that you lacked this desire. It was simply overwhelmed by the terror of being confronted with death. In his capacity as their senior, I wanted Guy to train them, but no matter how many times I asked him, they commanded, he refused to do so, saying that their songs do not have heart. Is that what he said? Not to discourage you all, but there may be truth to Guy's words. Remember, if a song is to touch the heart, it must needs have heart. Without it, not even an expertly performed anthem can hope to inspire. I believe it would behoove you to experience an exemplar of our songs, and, most conveniently, we have an exemplar of our art here with us. Arntel, will you not play for them? Yeah, sure, why not? Allow me to beseech you as well, my friend. Guy and I have spoken highly of your deeds to the recruits. It would be no exaggeration to say that they idolize you. Rest assured, you won't perform alone. My harp still shall join yours for a duet, awash with harp. I am truly grateful, yet if I may be particular, we should have Guy participate as well. It is his duty to train them after all. And besides, I believe he would relish the chance to perform with the two of you. Very well, a trio it is. Puknopoki mentioned catching sight of Guy in the East Shroud. Let us see if we can find him there. Whoa. The recruits? They're waiting in Gridania, lest they scare Guy away with the prospect of having to teach them. Based. Long time no see. You haven't forgotten me, I hope. After all, I'm the one who discovered your talents. It appears Guy was here but recently. That's right. We went deeper into the woods saying that Sanson nags like a bloody fishwife. Guy respects you more than anyone, Arentel. Were you to call to him, I dare say he will answer. If you were to call to Guy, I dare say he will answer. Go on, try. Do I really nag like a fishwife? The more things change, the more Guy stays the same. Okay, what did I do? But no, like actually, what? You know what? I don't have anyone targeted. I capitalized the G. Oh, I'm not standing in the right spot. Okay. Guy does not appear to be in the area. Perhaps you should venture deeper into the wood. Well, well, look who it is. What brings you here, Arentel? Not some tiresome errand, I hope. A tiresome errand. I bloody knew it. But I can't say no to you now, can I? What's this errand then? So Sanson and Janethel put you up to it. I should have known. Those recruits are as stiff as their captain, and I don't have any hopes for them. But alright, I'll do it. Anything's worth a chance to perform with you, Arentel. Guy, there you are. I take it Arentel is apprised you of the performance. And I expect no less from the finest venue, well, no less than the finest venue for this distinguished gathering. You'll secure such a place for us, Chief. You may depend on it. I myself want the very best for the performance. Do any locations come to mind? The recruits have shown great interest in our expedition to find the Ballad of Oblivion. In light of this, I believe there is no place more fitting than the Sea of Clouds. That you alone would take their breath away. Sounds good to me. Let's get moving. Very well. I will go and secure an airship for us. Please gather at the airship landing. Let me jump down. Why do you guard the fucking railings? I can't rightly recall when last I felt so enthused for a performance. Bugger me, but I'm starting to get excited. My superiors raised their eyebrows when I mentioned another journey to the Sea of Clouds, but I managed to win them over with the prospect of another Song of Power. We have our airship. If everyone is ready, let us be away. The recruits have already boarded, keen as they are. And who wouldn't be keen for the coming performance? So, what's the plan? What are we going to play to this Azure backdrop? Well, seeing as we have a vaunted hero with us, I had a mind to draw inspiration from his adventures for a new piece. That's a great idea, old man. Arntel's stories would make for a bloody fine song. Our recruits yet have limited experience lifting up their comrades in battle. A song that conveys the importance of camaraderie, that sows the seeds of the desire to inspire. Such would be ideal, I believe. A forgotten hero who avenged his comrades. Huh? An intrepid soul who faced a mighty foe, staunch comrades in tow. Aye, this is a rousing tale, worthy of being immortalized in song, while already the themes and emotions weave themselves into melody and verse in my mind. Come, my friends, let us lift our voices together in heartfelt harmony. O hunters brave, for vengeance did you cry, for comrades slain in a hunt gone awry, in your beast-raging storm impossible to quell, save by consigning the beast to the depths of hell. Oh, it's a rendition of Tomorrow. Oh, hunters brave, your quarry you need to chase, though it meant forsaking your newfound place. By your own hand you wished the deed fulfilled, that the storm within may finally be stilled. Rendition of a hunter's brave, a decision you made, yet your hopes and dreams on friendship you would stake. Laying bare your heart, you set yourself free to give your all to others, that the world may ever be. Rendition of Tomorrow and Tomorrow. Got it out. Did it. By the gods, so this is what it means to perform with all your heart. That was moving beyond words. I felt the lesson of a song with my whole being. The lesson that our understanding of one another is what opens the way forward. Understanding. To think on it, I may have been too insistent on trying to press our recruits onto Guy. I didn't try to understand his feelings. Guy, this isn't an order but a humble request. I ask not that you train our recruits, but that you simply get to know them. Through this, you'll come to understand each other's hearts and forge a bond that will lend power to your songs. We should like that very much. Your song touched us to the very core, and we'd like nothing more than to be able to likewise touch others. Vine boom sound effect. Alright then, we can get acquainted when I'm in the mood. Now that you know what a real song feels like, I reckon there's hope for you lot yet. That was a performance I shan't soon forget. My breast still thrums from the joy of the experience. Your adventures make great songs, Arntel. I cannot thank you enough, Arntel. Our recruits are more motivated than ever before. No sooner did we arrive back in Gridania than they rushed off to train. I believe I'll go join them. I'll continue what you and Jedithel started and help them to become the finest bards they can be. Guy, you are coming too, yes? You did say you wanted to get to know them. When I'm in the mood, which I'm not. Right now, I need to reflect on my experience. Let it really soak in, you know? So I'm going to spend some time alone with my harp. But wait, if you're going to help to play the harp, at least let the recruits listen. Forgive me, Arntel, but I must be away. Thank you for a wonderful performance. Passionate as they are, I doubt not that they will find their way. Allow me to thank you as well, Arntel. Truth be told, I too had longed to perform with you for quite some time. It was a truly sublime experience, as if our music had floated through the heavens and rained down upon all creation. The music of that rain, I believe, reached the souls of the fallen, my departed comrades of the gods' quiver. As it reached the hearts of an old man who has long lived in quiet penance, it woke memories of the passion I had in my youth when I yet stood on the field of battle. All of this because of a single song, young one, a song born of your tale. Generations hence, full certain am I that the song will still be sung, awakening passions in countless more souls. It gives me great pride to know that I was part of its creation. And with that, Bard is done. And well within my time limit. I have nothing else to do this stream, so I will be wrapping up here. Nor have I much else to rant on. I would like very much to stream tomorrow, but yet I give no guarantees. My clothes must go well, and my sleep must come swiftly. Elsewise, it is not likely. But, you know, a chance exists. Saturday for sure, though. Internet willing. So, I want to thank anyone for stopping by who did. I really appreciate anyone who gives me the time of day. And until I stream again, have a good one all.